Japan's entry requirements have evolved significantly for 2026, and understanding these changes is essential for a smooth journey. Many travelers are unaware that enforcement is now stricter, with digital screening and airline policies playing a larger role than ever before. Relying on outdated travel blogs or oversimplified advice can lead to unexpected complications, including being denied boarding before you even leave your home country. Staying informed about the latest rules and procedures is the key to ensuring your trip to Japan goes as planned. In this guide, we'll break down what you need to know to avoid common pitfalls and travel with confidence. When traveling to Japan in 2026, passport validity and condition are critical factors that can determine whether you're allowed to board your flight. While Japan's official rule requires your passport to be valid for the duration of your stay, most airlines enforce a stricter policy, often requiring at least 6 months of validity beyond your return date. Airline staff have the authority to deny boarding if they believe your passport might be rejected by Japanese immigration, regardless of official guidelines. Additionally, Japan is known for its rigorous standards regarding passport condition. Documents showing water damage, torn pages, cracked biometric chips, or unauthorized markings can result in immediate refusal of entry. Ensuring your passport is both valid and in pristine condition is essential for a smooth journey. In 2026, citizens from the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, the European Union, Australia, and several other countries continue to enjoy visa-free entry to Japan for up to 90 days, strictly for tourism, business, or visiting friends and family. However, authorities have increased scrutiny for travelers who visit multiple times per year or stay close to the maximum allowed duration repeatedly. Immigration officers now actively look for patterns that suggest visa runs or undeclared remote work, and frequent visitors should expect detailed questioning and requests for proof of funds and purpose. Importantly, Japan enforces its overstay rules with zero tolerance. Just a single day beyond your permitted stay can result in immediate deportation, entry bans lasting from 1 to 10 years, and even airline blacklisting. Compliance with all entry conditions is essential, as Japan does not issue warnings for overstays. Japan has streamlined its entry procedures through the Visit Japan web platform, which consolidates immigration, customs, and health screening into a single online system. Travelers are encouraged to pre-register by submitting essential details such as passport information, flight number, arrival date, and accommodation address. Completing this process generates a QR code that significantly speeds up airport processing and reduces the likelihood of delays. Upon arrival, most foreign visitors are required to provide biometric data, including fingerprints and facial recognition. Refusal to comply with biometric collection results in denial of entry, making these digital systems a crucial part of Japan's border control in 2026. Proof of onward travel is a critical requirement for entering Japan, even though it is not officially published by Japanese immigration authorities. Airlines enforce this rule because they are held financially responsible if a passenger is denied entry upon arrival. As a result, travelers without a return ticket or an onward flight to another country may be refused boarding before they even leave their home airport. This policy especially impacts those holding one-way tickets or planning extended stays, as airline staff will often demand clear evidence of onward travel. Failing to provide such documentation can lead to significant disruptions, so it is essential to prepare these details in advance. When traveling to Japan in 2026, demonstrating proof of funds is an important part of the entry process. Immigration officers expect travelers to show they can support themselves financially throughout their stay. While Japan does not publish a fixed minimum amount, a practical benchmark is to have access to 10,000 to 15,000 yen per day of your visit. Acceptable evidence includes recent bank statements, credit card balances, or screenshots of online accounts clearly showing available funds. Officers may request to see these documents, so it's wise to have them prepared and easily accessible. When entering Japan, travelers must provide clear details about their accommodation, whether staying at a hotel or with friends and family. Immigration officers expect the full name and address of where you'll be staying, and vague responses such as, "I'll decide later," or incomplete information can raise suspicion and lead to additional questioning. If you're visiting someone, be prepared to explain your relationship, the length of your stay, and even details about your host's occupation. Ensuring you have accurate and specific accommodation information not only streamlines your arrival, but also reduces the risk of delays or secondary inspection. Always confirm these details before your trip to avoid unnecessary complications at the border. Japan enforces some of the strictest customs regulations in the world, and travelers should be aware of what they bring into the country. Common problem items include prescription medications, CBD products, which are illegal in Japan, certain cold medicines, and dietary supplements. Even items that are legal elsewhere may be prohibited or require special documentation. Customs officials rigorously inspect luggage and may confiscate or penalize undeclared or banned goods. To avoid complications, always verify the legality of any items you plan to pack before your trip. Japan maintains strict rules regarding remote work for temporary visitors. Entering the country on a tourist or temporary visitor visa does not permit any form of paid or unpaid work, including remote employment for overseas companies. Immigration officers may question travelers about laptops, work schedules, or sources of income if they suspect undeclared work activity. For those wishing to work remotely while in Japan, a digital nomad visa is available, but it requires advance approval, proof of a high income, health insurance, and a clean immigration history. Attempting to work without the proper visa can result in denial of entry or future bans. In 2026, Japan has removed the requirement for routine COVID vaccination proof and negative test results for entry. Travelers are no longer expected to present these documents at the border. However, health declarations remain integrated into the Visit Japan web system, and authorities retain the power to reintroduce quarantine or screening measures if public health risks arise. This means that while entry is currently streamlined, travelers should stay informed about potential changes, as Japan can swiftly adjust its protocols in response to emerging health concerns. Airline screening is a critical step in the travel process, especially for those heading to Japan in 2026. Airlines are held financially responsible if they transport passengers who are later denied entry, making them highly vigilant about documentation. Before boarding, staff will carefully check your passport validity, Onward travel tickets, visa status, and digital entry confirmations, such as registration with the Visit Japan web system. If any requirement is not met or appears questionable, airline staff have the authority to deny boarding, meaning immigration officials in Japan will never see you. Understanding these procedures ensures you are fully prepared and reduces the risk of unexpected travel disruptions. Upon arrival in Japan, most travelers experience a straightforward immigration process. Officers will review your passport, confirm your accommodation details, and may ask about your itinerary and proof of funds. However, if selected for secondary inspection, you might face more detailed questioning about your travel purpose, previous visits, and supporting documentation. It is important to remain calm, answer questions clearly, and avoid arguing with officials. Demonstrating preparedness and cooperation helps ensure a smooth entry experience. Japan enforces its entry requirements with precision, and several common issues can lead to denial at the border. Travelers who arrive without proof of onward travel, such as a return or onward ticket, are frequently refused entry. Inconsistent explanations about the purpose or details of the visit or suspicions of undeclared work activities also raise red flags with immigration officers. Insufficient evidence of financial means to support the stay is another critical factor. Even minor discrepancies or missing documentation can result in immediate refusal, regardless of intent. Japan's digital nomad visa is designed for professionals seeking short-term stays while working remotely, but it does not grant access to the Japanese labor market or allow local employment. Applicants must meet a high income threshold, provide proof of health insurance, and demonstrate a clean immigration history. Advance approval is essential, as the visa cannot be obtained upon arrival. This program is intended to support legitimate remote work, and authorities closely scrutinize applications to prevent misuse. Travelers should ensure all documentation is complete and accurate before applying to avoid delays or denial. Travelers from the United States, United Kingdom, and Canada continue to benefit from visa-free access to Japan for short stays in 2026. However, authorities have increased scrutiny for those who visit frequently or stay close to the maximum allowed duration. Immigration officers now pay closer attention to travel patterns, and repeat visitors may face detailed questioning about their purpose, funds, and accommodation. Nationality alone does not guarantee smooth entry. Compliance with all requirements remains essential. Frequent travelers should be prepared for additional checks and ensure their documentation is thorough and up to date. Before departing for Japan in 2026, it's crucial to review a few key requirements to ensure a smooth entry. First, confirm that your passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your return date and is in excellent condition. Complete your Visit Japan web registration to expedite immigration and customs procedures. Make sure you have proof of onward travel, such as a return or onward ticket, and have your accommodation details ready. Lastly, ensure you can demonstrate sufficient funds for your stay and verify that any medication you bring complies with Japanese import regulations. Japan is known for its meticulous approach to border control and entry requirements. Travelers who carefully follow the latest guidelines, such as ensuring passport validity, registering with digital systems, and preparing all necessary documentation, are far more likely to experience a smooth and efficient arrival. Ignoring or overlooking these rules can result in delays, denied boarding, or even refusal of entry. By respecting Japan's precise standards, visitors can focus on enjoying their journey rather than navigating unexpected complications. Preparation and compliance remain the keys to a successful trip in 2026.